Good evening, this is Mr. Chao Chi from the Buy Network. Today's top stories include a school trip with a difference and Caitlyn Jenner declaring she always wanted to be a man. Now on to the first top story. The school trip with a difference. The International Business Study Mission allowed students from Nanyang Polytechnic to better understand the business environment of Cambodia and Vietnam. By visiting multiple government organizations and companies, they were better able to get an understanding of the business environment. Our reporter Jopalan has more on the cultural aspect of the business environment.
Thank you, Chao Chi from the Buy Network. This is Gopalan. So we'll start with Cambodia first, where weather is really hot, but the boys, not so much. One of the first organizations we visited was the Phnom Penh Planning and Investment Division. It's a government arm, so it's really important, and it approves investment projects from overseas. So when we arrived, we were told that we're going to meet a really important man, and that we had to stand when he came in. And when he came in, we had to call him His Excellency, which is so 90s, 70s, okay? But he had this really big chair, and that is so cool. Hashtag life goals. Next up, we visited the Cambodian Chamber of Commerce. It's a voluntary non-profit organization that represents the interests of the business people there. It's pretty rad because there are government officials who report to the government. Confusing much? When talking to the people at the Cambodian Chamber of Commerce, a high level of formality is expected. One cool thing was that they said we instead of I. So they face problems as a group instead of one person. Hashtag squad goals. Next stop was Evergreen Factory. Here, they manufacture brands that are top brands such as Burberry, Gap, and my personal favorite, Abercrombie and Fitch. During the meetings, there is no specific agenda. So the people there are kind of no rush, no hurry. If you want to raise up an item, you got to be gentle about it. On a sadder note, the Cambodians went through a very tough time during the Pol Pot regime. Over 3/8 of the population were killed, and I guess the experience made them more resilient. Alright, next stop is sunny Vietnam. Now ladies, pay attention, cause there's some really hot Angmo guys. Our next stop was Bindong Planning and Investment. And guess what? We had to stand too when the person came. Similarity much? Thank goodness we didn't have to call them His Excellency. Anyway, we talked a lot about macroeconomic development. You know the stuff you're supposed to be listening to during the MAEC and MIEC lectures? Yeah, that stuff. To thank the staff, we had to give them a huge hamper. Almost as big as my hamper. But, they're all about the face, but no trouble. And our next stop was Songbi Golf Resort. Oh my god, fabulous! So we had to go there and it was so green and big, really big. Unfortunately for this type of industry, retaining staff is really difficult. So they offer training and monetary incentives to ensure that their staff stay. You know what they say? No money, no honey. The situation seems to be the same at Falcon, Vietnam. So what happens is that management gives them free meals as well as nap time during their lunch breaks. They also go around to visit them to make sure that everything's okay. Well, I guess that's pretty nice. Our next stop was APB. Now guys, this is where they make Heineken beer. So they try to foster a family environment to ensure that staff stays. But it's pretty easy though. Just make sure that they all have a beer. But you know what they say, girls? Too much beer means your brother doesn't call you dear. For the Vietnamese cultural visit, we visited the Chu Chi tunnels. So these were 200 kilometers long and they were dug by their bare hands. Oh my god, determination. The Vietnamese learned to live underground with poor conditions and ventilation for up to a month. Gosh, it must be really smelly down there. So make sure you bring your Marc Jacobs air freshener. This experience has made the Vietnamese really resilient and very strong-willed. Well, that's it from me, Miss Gopalan. And Signing off. Remember, stay fabulous. See you, Chao Chi, in the Bai studio.
Thank you, Jopalan. Well, that's it for our side on culture in Cambodia and Vietnam.